Welcome class 7 to your biology class. You must have enjoyed the first module of plant tissues. This is the second module based on animal tissues. But before we start animal tissues, I would like to give a complete concept of organization in the living world. Now, as you know, life starts with the cells. Here the cells. These cells are made up of molecules which are made up of organic and inorganic matter. Organic matter like proteins, fats, carbohydrates and so on. Now these organic molecules form the cell organelles in the cell like mitochondria, nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum and other cell organelles which you studied in class 6. These cell organelles along with the organic and inorganic molecules are called as protoplasm, which is found in the cell, that is the living matter. Now so this way cells are formed, then cells form tissues, tissues form organs, then organ systems and organisms. This all I have explained to you in module 1. After organism, the higher levels of organization are in the environment, that is our surroundings. Population, that is a kind of group of organisms like human population, which consists of all types of human beings, whether African or Indian or American. Then the population turns into community, a community which will have both plants, animals, different animals in it. Then this community gives rise to the ecosystem in which there are two parts, the living components, that is biotic, plants, animals, bacteria, and the non-living components, that is abiotic, which includes air, water, soil, land, climate, etc. And the ecosystem may be of different kinds like pond ecosystem, or forest ecosystem, or city ecosystem, or town or village ecosystem. Then these ecosystems form the biosphere, which is our world, that is composed of, biosphere is also called as the living world, which is composed of atmosphere, the air portion, lithosphere, the land portion, hydrosphere, the water portion. So all these three realms gives rise to biosphere, the living world. So this is the organization in our living world. Next, we have animal tissues which are of four kinds: epithelial tissue, the protective tissue, the outermost protective tissue. It also protects inner organs. Connective tissue, which forms connections and filling matter in our body. Muscular tissue, which is responsible for movement and locomotion of limbs as well as internal organs like heart. Nervous system or nervous tissue, which is made up of nerve cells or neurons, and those establish communication between the various tissues and various parts of the body so that coordination is brought among all parts of the body to carry out a specific function. The animal tissues, you will see more and learn more about it in a special video.
When a group of similar cells perform a particular function in an animal, it is referred to as tissue. These tissues can be differentiated into four groups according to the structure and function of the cells. The four types of tissues are: 1. Epithelial tissue, 2. Connective tissue, 3. Muscular tissue, 4. Nervous tissue. Animal tissues: epithelial tissue, squamous epithelium, ciliated epithelium, columnar epithelium, cuboidal epithelium. Connective tissue: tendon, ligament, areolar, adipose, cartilage, bone, blood, muscular tissue, striated or voluntary muscles, unstriated or involuntary muscles, cardiac muscles, nervous tissue, epithelial tissue. Structure. The cells of epithelial tissue are of different shapes depending upon their location and function. They may be flat, cuboidal, or columnar. These cells are tightly packed and there is no intercellular space. On the basis of the shape of the cells, the epithelial tissue is classified into 4 types: squamous epithelium, ciliated epithelium, columnar epithelium, and cuboidal epithelium. The uppermost layer of the skin, which you see, is built of epithelial tissue. It covers the entire body of the animal and covers the internal organs. This tissue protects the underlying cells from drying, injury, and infection. Location. They are present on the outer surface of the skin and line the internal organs like esophagus, stomach, intestine, heart, etc. Functions. 1. It protects the underlying structures from injury. 2. The cells present in the stomach secrete juices which help in digestion. 3. Some cells help in absorption of digested food. 4. Cells of the skin excrete sweat to remove waste products. Connective tissue. The cells of this type of tissue are composed of different materials. The various organs of the body are connected with one another by connective tissues. Location. They are present in all parts of the body in different forms. Structure. 1. Tendons. A band of tough fibrous tissue that attaches a muscle to a bone called tendons. 2. Ligament. A band of tough fibrous tissue that connects bones and cartilage at a joint or supports an organ, muscle, or other body part is called ligament. 3. Areolar. A fibrous tissue with jelly-like matrix is called the areolar tissue. It binds the skin to the underlying parts in animals. 4. Adipose. A fibrous tissue which contains a large number of cells filled with fats. This tissue acts as a shock absorber and also forms an insulating layer. 5. Cartilage. These are the tough elastic tissues that are found in the nose, throat, ear, and in other parts of the body and form the most of the skeleton in infancy. 6. Bone. It is a hard connective tissue and is the major part of the vertebrate animals. It is composed of living tissue such as bone cells, fat cells, blood vessels, and non-living materials like water and minerals. 7. Blood. It is a liquid connective tissue which is present in the entire body. It is a vital fluid found in humans and other animals that provides important nourishment to all body organs and tissues. Functions. 1. They connect one tissue or a group of tissues and organs to one another in the body. 2. They provide support to the body and body organs. 3. Blood, a liquid connective tissue, connects all parts of the body and transports the materials essential for the body. Muscular tissue. This tissue consists of bundle of cells called muscles. The muscles are specialized to undergo repeated contraction and relaxation, which one responsible for the movement of the body parts. Location. They are found in every part of the body. Structure. They are of three types: striated or voluntary muscles, unstriated or involuntary muscles, and cardiac muscles. 1. Striated or voluntary muscles. These muscles are attached to the bones. These are composed of cylindrical fibers with transverse striations on them. These muscles are also called striated muscles. They are found in arms, legs, neck, etc. When required, they help in writing, running, working, and are therefore also called voluntary muscles because they are under our control. 2. Unstriated or involuntary muscles. These are composed of cylindrical but spindle-shaped fibers and have no striations on them. They are found on the walls of stomach, intestine, lungs, etc. These muscles help in breathing, digestion, and other activities. They are not in our control and are therefore called involuntary muscles. 3. Cardiac muscles. These are composed of branched cells that have striations on it. They are present only in the heart. They help in pumping of blood to the different parts of the body. They are responsible for the expansion and contraction of heart and are involuntary muscles. Functions. 1. The muscular tissues help in the movement of various parts of the body and thus help in locomotion. 2. They also cause the movement of internal organs. 3. They help in the movement of food in the alimentary canal. 4. They also help in pumping of the blood to the various parts of the body. Nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is composed of nerve cells called neurons. Location. Nerve cells are present in the brain and spinal cord. Structure. The main body of neuron having nucleus is the cell body with branching dendrites and a long cytoplasmic structure called axon. The dendrites connect one neuron to another. The axon transmits impulses to an organ or collects impulses from the sensory organs. Function. They transfer the information from one part of the body to another.
Hope you enjoyed the video on nerve tissues. Now there will be a worksheet following. You will have to solve the worksheet and later on I'll send you exercises of this chapter. Since we are near the end of this chapter, you do this exercise in your biology notebook. You already have made a biology notebook in class 6. One side ruled, the other side blank, and do the question answers and exercises in it. That's all for today. God bless you.